Join us on a journey to a place you've never been. The journey of a child entering foster care.
Okay, could you put together? They're on the way, but keep it on the line until we get there. Okay, is your front door open? Oh, no. Okay, you go and lock it, come back to the phone so the officers come in. That's it. Okay.
This journey will show you some important things about foster kids. These kids are victims, not criminals. Foster care is a partnership of many people and organizations. Kids do better when they have stability. Kids without permanence do not do well. Doing the right thing for kids saves money for taxpayers.
When the Wisconsin Department of Children and Families came to us and said, help us find 1,000 new families, we just said, wow, this is daunting. And we know we're going to have to do it over and over again in our state. Mm-hmm. There are over 6,500 children across the state in foster care. And every 2 hours, a new child comes into foster care.
And why are we seeing the demand for foster care increasing?
Well, what happens today is that, we have an economy that's not so good, and as families are getting fractured and stressed, sometimes there is more abuse and neglect that happens, unfortunately. But something is also happening with our roles of wonderful foster families. It's changing. We have foster families that historically, they fostered for 20, 30, 40 years, some of them, mm-hmm. and they're kind of getting into retirement age. And so we're losing rapidly over the next few years that group of foster families. At the same time, we're finding that families that are coming into foster care tend to stay for shorter periods of time. They have more life changes, job changes, moves in their lives. And so we know that we have an ongoing need to find a lot of foster families.
I'm adopted myself, and I have several members of my family that are adopted. So I understand what adoption is all about. I understand what children go through. So you're going to have to be a child for the day, and you're going to have to put yourself in situations that you would, as an adult would say, oh, no. But you have to think through the eyes of a child. Just what that child was saying on that 911 call. We have to think about what they are going through because we want to do the best for them. And that's really what this day is all about. How does that child feel? What is that child going through? So hopefully today, by the time we're done with the bus tour, you're going to sit back and go, okay, I've been reminded. Even myself, when I go through these bus tours, I'm reminded myself because I get busy with what I do. And I don't want to get that busy where I can't remember that, there are children out there that don't have forever families. I think it's critical that people understand what these children are going through. We also need to make the investment with these children. We need to make sure that they're able to have the tools that they need, and that's what you supply them.
This journey happens on a school bus, like the ones your kids ride to school every day. There are lots of statistics about foster care and foster kids, but we want to show you how it feels. There's lots of nervous waiting. There's lots of hurrying to get all your important stuff.
So I want you to just think about getting up this morning and getting ready to come today. I want you to think about who are all the people you were around this morning. Your house, possibly your dogs, your kids, your other family members. So think about that a minute. What would you be thinking if this morning someone in authority showed up and said, you know what, this family, this is not good. You're not in a safe situation and it's time to move. It's time to go.
There are many stops along this journey. Here are some of them. police detective, abuse investigator.
during school time. So, it could be anybody who could call.
We even may get a call from a neighbor that says, I've seen this and it just doesn't seem right. Can you guys help us? And they'll either call us or they'll call social services. And again, then we'll jump in together. If there's, let's say, something happened in the town of Waukesha, which would be my jurisdiction, and then it also something happened in the city of Waukesha, I'm going to call the city of Waukesha, and we'll have one of their detectives come with us as well. So again, we're going to work as a team so the child gets interviewed once, and we'll work with the family and interview them once as well. So we're not putting somebody through 14 different things.
We agree that we call each other, and that doesn't always happen, and that's the difficulty when that happens. If a child is interviewed and we have to re-interview, that also multiple interviews sometimes taint the interview. People maybe aren't skilled in interviewing, so that's why we like to also use the care center.
There are lots of strangers you have to talk to. Caring professionals do their best to make you comfortable on this journey. That's not easy to do.
Many of them are scared and worried, and so we reassure them. We tell them it's not their fault. They may have been pulled out of a house in the middle of the night where the police were involved, and they may be scared. They may be worried about the safety of their parents.
We're really looking for a family that's going to commit to a child, to help a child heal, to help a child grow, help a child get self-esteem. So they're a family it's somebody that's very focused on helping kids, that they get such a good feeling from helping kids. So they can be single, they can be married, they can be straight, they can be LGBT families, they can have kids already in their home, they can be empty nesters.
It's a fairly interesting experience, something that is hard to describe. When my wife and I decided to become foster parents, and we had children at home at the time, it was a big decision. We were investigated by the Department of Social Services to see if we were appropriate, and I think we found it most interesting because they gave us a report when they came back, and when we read it, we didn't sound like the people they had written about. I mean, it was positive, but we just didn't feel like that was really us. But when Maurice came to live with us, it was a great experience for us. The hard part about it is when he moved out, because we thought of him like one of us, one of the family. And we still today stay in contact with him. He stays in contact with us. He's a grown man now. And is one of those jobs that you have to love. And I keep saying job because it is work, and it requires you to open up your heart and your home and your family to someone that you may know for a short period of time, or someone that you may know for a long period of time. It depends on what happens with that child and that child's family. It gives you an opportunity to engage a young mind and give them some experiences in life that maybe they haven't had. It gives you a great opportunity to engage with that child's family and hopefully be a part of reuniting that child with that family.
Well, I'm Jennifer. My husband David and I have been foster parents for 4 years. We primarily take kids over the age of 12. That's our focus. We have no... We have no homemade children of our own. We own his younger brother Marcelo, who will be 13 at the end of May. He's lived with us since he was 9. We're very excited, and it was a complete surprise that we were going to do this because we had intended just to be foster parents. And we like that. We like helping kids realize their potential, learn to advocate for themselves, teaching them life skills. What else do we do? Love them. We love and nurture them. We don't give them hugs and kisses. We're too busy trying to teach them how to, do their own laundry, wash clothes.
Thank you.
But one thing to consider, because I do a lot of reading, a lot of research. I'm constantly getting foster care journals. a magazine that's put together by older kids in foster care. And it's really important for somebody like Martin, who is aging out of the system. Little kids need parents. Teenagers need parents. But adult kids need parents too.
The Adoption Resource Center, I went to a meeting there about not quite a year ago, and they had 2 kids that had aged out of the foster care system. And the one, it really kind of broke my heart because this kid went to college. In his first year of college, he had to find a place to go to for Christmas because they closed the dorms at Christmas. And kind of on a fluke, his old foster mom called him and said, "Where are you going for Christmas?" And he said, "I don't know. I don't have anywhere to go." She said, "What do you mean? You will be here, period." But that's the thing, that kids like Martin that age out of the system, they don't have a place.
This can be a sad and scary journey, but it can have a happy ending. There are many things to be learned from this journey.
And it's eye-opening. I come from a normal, everyday family with 2 beautiful children and hopefully raising them the right way, but to understand that there are so many children that are in the system, be it good, be it bad, be it indifferent, that are hopefully getting the help they need and perhaps even permanent placement in a forever family.
What surprised me the most, I think, on the bus tour today was the aging out of the system, and that a lot of places don't have support services for kids that age out of the foster care system. And that's one thing that I really felt that was impactful, and that part of the system is broken and it needs to be fixed.
One of the things that I learned is how important it is to all work together. And I know that intellectually, when you see it in practice and you see how dedicated people are and how hard they work and how hard they care, how much they care, it's reinforcing what I do at the policy level, reinforces the importance of what I do.
It was a great opportunity to see Waukesha County in action, in great action, with the collaboration between the police, between the court system, between all of our private providers, and then internally between our social workers. What a great use of everybody's time and energy going forward with only one interview, with only one opportunity to see those children go through their pain and suffering. I'm grateful because I understand the system better, and I'm also grateful that I can go back to my constituents and explain to them exactly what their tax dollars are being used for.
And what we've heard from people, from foster kids, is if just one person helps them feel that they have worth and that they are worthy of doing something in their lives, they succeed.
Let's take a journey home. I wanna find a home. Safe and sound. I wanna find a home. I hope I'm found. I wanna see the world through understanding eyes. I wanna feel the hope inside me rise.